Good evening, everyone. And today I'm going to speak to you about a specific consulting based system that I found that is actually changing a lot of people's lives in terms of the kinds of businesses that they can set up that are predominantly based around consulting. Now, I want to clarify that when you hear the word consulting, a lot of people tend to think of people that are from companies that consult on big projects, that work with big companies and basically are people that have a lot of expertise in different areas. Now, I would like to clarify that there's not actually a proven system that tells you that you have to be a certain kind of person or a certain kind of expert in order to start a consulting business. And what I found is that having been online, I've been looking at various systems that seem to work quite a bit. And one of the things I look for when I look at a specific system before I actually recommend it to anyone is to see what are the success stories of people actually implementing that specific system and whether it's proven. And I was quite amazed when I actually found this specific system that teaches you how to set up a consulting based business. And you can do it within 6 weeks, depending on basically a specific niche. And there's over 3,000 people in terms of people that have successfully implemented this system. Now, why I'm telling you about this today is because, we're in a phase where a lot of people are sort of looking at ways to either build additional income, are looking at ways to sustain themselves. Perhaps a lot of people are not happy with their jobs and they're not happy with the kinds of careers that they have. So people are really looking for options. And during my phase in terms of research and what I've looked at online, I've been online for the last 3 to 4 years, and I've successfully built certain online platforms that have helped me make some additional income. One of the things I find is that there's a lot of information overload, and people basically really struggle because they try different systems. They have basically what's called shiny object syndrome. Basically, what it means is they keep chasing different opportunities or different things which will hopefully help them make a big buck or make them a killing or something that basically just allows them to become rich overnight. And I'll be honest with you, there's no specific platform that will actually sort of turn you into a millionaire overnight, but there are specific systems that actually help you with your work done up front initially, will help you really yield great results in the long run. And this specific system, when I looked at it, what it's based on is a concept of if you find an industry or a niche is basically a very targeted segment of industry or people where they have a specific problem and they're trying to resolve that problem. If you're able to help them solve that problem, whether it's something like helping them direct sales online. So let's take the example of financial advisor. Now, financial advisors, for them, the biggest thing is finding the right kind of people that they can actually take on as potential customers and actually help build their income portfolio, wealth portfolio. And it's quite a struggle because if you don't have the right kind of prospects or customers, you're not always going to be able to obviously make good commissions as a financial advisor or person. That's just an example. But the idea is that if there's a specific niche or industry where you find that you can actually help them resolve a specific problem, and it's a common problem that you identify, then basically what you need is a process or a system where once it's set up, it helps you find the right kinds of prospects that you can actually help solve that problem. So actually what you're doing is you're consulting with them about resolving that problem. Now, a lot of people, where they sort of get stuck is one problem is that they don't know how to find a niche in the right method. So this system teaches you exactly how to find the right niche that works best for you based on your skills and your specific areas of interest. And then also what it helps you do is it actually helps you set up the system. Now, I want to clarify, it's not something that's going to be very technical. This is a proven system, like I mentioned, where over 3,000 people have actually used the system successfully and have actually gone on to either quit their jobs, or they've actually gone on to build a sustainable second income, or they've been able to generate extra income that has helped them invest in other projects that they were really interested in. But once you go through this process, you will actually find that it'll teach you things about finding the right niche. It'll teach you basically how you can actually, set up a process where you can attract the right kind of prospects that can potentially become your consulting clients. And what I like about the system is that it focuses on an initial process where it teaches you to organically attract those kinds of prospects. So what that means is you don't have to spend money advertising on platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, or any of those platforms initially. What it helps you do is try and get your initial customers organically, and then once you've obviously started, receiving paid customers, from that you can actually reinvest and start working on a process that involves Facebook ads, and it teaches you how you can set this up, automatically so that those ads run for you, but in a way it's going to attract the right kinds of customers, and then also teaches you how you can actually close those customers. Now, I know a lot of people will sort of get a bit nervous around the aspect of closing a customer, but as part of the system process, it actually teaches you a methodology on how you can actually close a specific customer and know that you're attracting the right kind of customer and actually closing the right type of customer. Because the problem is, if, say, for example, you've been in a business that involves consulting on a specific problem and resolving that problem, one of the issues perhaps you've had is you've not been able to sort of close on specific customers, and perhaps you're not attracting the right kinds of customers. Perhaps you have the right niche, but you just don't have a proven methodological system that actually helps you, go over the process of finding the niche, training your mindset to get to the point where you can actually sort of start focusing your business a lot more efficiently, and then from there on teaching you how to organically attract the right kinds of prospects and customers that eventually become your paying clients on a monthly basis. And to give you an idea, once you implement this system, you're talking about a process where potentially after 6 weeks to 2 months, you could have a full-time business, consulting business that is, where you're earning anywhere from 4 to 6 figure figures. And keep in mind, obviously, that with anything that you do business-wise, you initially will need to do some of the work. And I know that puts off a lot of people, but the reason why a lot of people struggle online is because they don't have a specific training process that actually teaches them exactly the right methods and methodologies, where it's a lot more efficient. You can do it in a shorter amount of time, but also it's not too technical. So who do I think this business is ideal for? Well, it's ideal for a couple of people. It could be for people that are sort of nearing retirement age, and they sort of are looking at ways to perhaps generate something that's a lot better for them in terms of lifestyle. It is for people that obviously want to quit their jobs. They want to create a full-time business that is fully fledged, and it enables you to work a couple of hours a week, but you're earning really great income. It's for people that perhaps want to promote a specific skill where it involves a specific passion of theirs, and they want to really use that specific skill or passion based on a niche where they feel they can help people with a specific problem. And also, to be honest, it's for basically anyone that wants to find a way to generate any sort of additional income, or wants to generate funds, like I mentioned, for investment in something else. But what the system has allowed is, it has basically allowed for people to have a trial for 2 weeks, and you can actually go through the system within 2 weeks. There's great content there. I personally am in the program myself. I wouldn't be recommending it if I wasn't in the program. And I've actually gone through some of the videos, and I must say some of the value in those videos is incredible. Just based on my experience of dealing with different platforms online, looking at different ways to make online, I have to say this is one of the most professionally set up platforms, where it's a step-by-step video process, so you can actually do it through your own time. And what I find is that a lot of the videos actually make a lot of sense. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of knowledge intake, over intake. Sometimes you get sort of mesmerized by the amount of information. And like I said in the beginning of this video, you don't actually want to get too confused with the amount of information that you have to consume. And that's why I feel the systemized process actually helps a lot of people actually finally set up a business online that is based on consulting, resolving people's problems in a specific area or a niche, and thereby helping you to make a monthly sort of income that, you know, potentially can make you financially free. So the way the company has set up this platform is that invites are given by direct invite. So it is not based on, you know, some kind of affiliate promotion. So if you are interested in this concept and you feel it is something that, you know, you really need, what I'd like you to do is send me an email with your details, with your full name, with your email address, because the email address is required, and then I can send you a direct invitation. You can have a trial for 2 weeks, and thereafter, obviously, if you decide the program really is worth it, you can buy into it. My disclaimer is that, do I earn something from this? Yes, I do, but I only earn something from it if you actually invest in the program. So I'm giving you the option basically to take on the trial process and see for yourself if it is a system that actually works well for you. I'm being honest about that, but I really feel, just looking at, you know, the testimonials and the reviews, I haven't seen a company that basically, you know, shows you over 3,000 testimonials. And when I say testimonials, actual real video testimonials. I've watched some of these testimonials, and it is amazing the kinds of varieties of businesses that have been set up using the same proven system, the consulting-based system. And I'm talking about people from all walks of life, all kinds of ages. I just recently watched a testimonial about a guy who is about 23 years old. He set up a business that essentially helps e-commerce businesses attract the right kind of customers, and he just hit his first six-figure month after 1 year. So he was already starting to make money within his first few months of implementing the system. And you need to ask yourself your question, that if you sort of are thinking, you know, if you want to be invited to this, ask yourself the question of, right now, where are you as a person? What you're doing, is it really helping you? Are you doing anything that is different? Are you getting different results? Are you someone that is struggling perhaps, you know, financially? Are you struggling with your career, or you're not really happy where you are in terms of your job, your career? And what have you done to actually change that? If you haven't changed that because you don't know what to do, then I really think this is a perfect platform and opportunity for you to actually invest into, and from there start building a business that is, you know, full-time eventually, and also you can earn passively online. And what I've always mentioned is, when you do something online, what it actually helps you to do is you can actually have a business that runs from anywhere in the world. And that's the one thing I love about an online-based platform, because a traditional brick and mortar business doesn't allow you to do that, because you might have to be based at an office in a physical location. And with this kind of business, it actually allows you to travel a lot more as well, once you've actually got to that point where you built it sustainably and it's giving you a full-time income. So as I said, in the description is my email address. If you want to get invited with a direct invite, please send me your details with your name, your full name, your email address. And if in general you want to chat to me about it, we can set up some time to speak. You can even send me a message on my Facebook fan page, a direct message, and I will chat to you. If you're watching the recording later, as I mentioned, please email me with the details that are provided in the description. And I'd love to see a lot of people getting involved in this, and it'll be great to chat with you if you have some questions as well. Thank you, and I'll speak to you soon.